The knowledge is really simple and very simple to understand. And I already practiced this knowledge in my life. And one more blessing that I received is that I already know how to apply the AIs in my life, in my work. And thanks to the support of AIs, I can do many great things in my life. All of the knowledge that I received yesterday and regarding to the term of the wise, such as just prudence and erudite, I really impressed for the term and the knowledge. And I call my children. For example, I found my children have the mentality. So I call my just like I acknowledge the mentalities of my children, and I also have a name for the brother and sister in my house, 303, and we gonna to enlarge the values. When we have a name, and we're gonna to be acknowledged, and we're gonna to make it become larger and larger, expanding the values. Yeah, I already have the co-host. Thank you so much, Gemma. Thank you so much, Thầy Dưỡng. Yeah. Một người có thể chia sẻ tại một thời điểm. Cho phép. Alright. And Cô Hiến said that I already see that all of the screen already ready. So yeah, so everything is ready now. So yes, all right. Thank you so much, and we're gonna to welcome our teacher. So everyone, you open the microphone and say good morning to our teacher, Thầy Kiến. Yes, good morning, brother and sister in Zoom 1 and Zoom 2, and also all mentor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are on a really important part of the knowledge, that is we're going to enrich our wisdom. Good morning, cô Anh Trang. Hello, cô Anh Trang.
Dạ, anh chào cô My, em chào cả nhà.
Yesterday we already shared the importance of the knowledge that enriching wisdom, and among the 7 holidays wills. And we already had really simple to have the mental image about the 7 holidays wills. And yesterday we shared with each others about the priority term. In this period, in the period of transformation, so we give the priority to enriching our wisdom and enriching our mentality, and all of the 7 holidays wheels are really important, and we're gonna to have the priority to for enriching which of the life first. And now we're gonna to focus on enriching wisdom and enriching mentality, because each of the wheels are gonna to have us, support us in our lives in an aspect of life. And then in the periods of transformation, we are gonna to choose the foundation. For example, like we building a houses, and we focus on the foundation of the house. It's just like when we're building a house, we're gonna to focus first on the foundation. And in order to help us to understand about we got to taste the enriching wisdom to be the first light that we're gonna to lit. And in order to help us to transform intangible things into tangible. And we're gonna to transform from the intangible things into the tangible thing in our mind. Thank you, Sung Ý, Trema, and Syria for the supporting of the translation. Yeah. And when we lit up this light, it helps us to change from the intangibles things into the tangibles in our minds. And today we're going to learn about the definitions of enriching wisdom. And when I share this knowledge, I really feel touched from within myself. For our teacher, Thầy Toàn already shared with me about this knowledge. And the term for the 7 holistics realm is really important for us. And it's very blessing for us when we already have 3 reference systems. And it's helped us to understand about the non-material values inside ourselves. And we are going to go along with the triangle of reality in order to help us to understand about the term of the enriched wisdom. Yeah. And now we're going to write down wisdom. And we're going to learn about informations of wisdom. So Trema and Trang, if possible, you supporting me on the term regarding to the wisdom, yes? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, team. We have wisdom. We're going to learn about information of wisdom. We have here wisdom. And we want to have, thanks to the triangle of realities, we're going to understand and learn about the term. Wisdom is belong into the reality on the intangible values. Sorry, it's going to be here information. So, right there. So here is the wisdom. So regarding to the happiness. So according to that, belong into the reality on the intangible values. We cannot use our imagination in order to have the reality. We really need the sub-concepts to help us to have the information, the realities about the intangible values. And thanks to the triangle of the reality, it helps us to very simple to materialize the non-material values. And today we're going to start with the information on wisdom. And yesterday we already have a definition about the term and wisdom. Just wait a moment, I get the term. Jama, can you get the definition of the wisdom and put on the chat box for everyone? wisdom. Wisdom is simply understood as a concept referring to the stage of inner awareness. So we have here in the term state. This one is state. This one is state. Stage of inner awareness. Stage of inner. Thank you so much, Gemma. Yes, awareness. And inner awareness of a person, and there are 5 stages of inner awareness is corresponding to 5 levels of wisdom. The definition already on the chat box for everyone to be simple to follow up, and I would like to read again. Wisdom is simply understood as a concept referring to the stage of inner awareness of a person. There are 5 stages of inner awareness corresponding to 5 levels of wisdom. And when we enrich the wisdom, so we're going to understand about the 5 stages of inner awareness. And here we have 5. And today we're going to understand about the 5 stages of inner awareness. And when we are talking about information on the wisdom, we remember that is the number 5. And we have the 5 stages of inner awareness. So Gemma, you already can just already take photo of this. It's okay. Yeah. So we move on the information of wisdom, and you're going to remember the number 5. We have here is 5 stage of inner awareness. We have here is the 5 stage of inner awareness. And the wise man already shared with us that as a human being, we have the 5 stages of inner awareness. And the inner awareness stage 1, the inner awareness stage 1. So, when we learn about the topic on enriching wisdom, so the definition of wisdom is very important, and you have a writing about the definition when we learn about this topic, enriching wisdom, and we're gonna to make it to as our inner awareness. It's our awareness, and we learn by heart, and we remember as in our heart, and regarding to the non-materials value, so we're gonna to manage by the sub-concept. Regarding to the materials values, we're gonna to manage by our mental image. However, with the non-materials value, we're going to manage by the sub-concept. And the stage of inner awareness. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness such as things. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness such as things, events. The definition on the chat box, so you can follow up, simple to follow up. Yeah, yes. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness such as things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness that things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness that things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people are right, wrong. So, right, wrong, good, bad. Yes. True, false. True, false. Should or should not. And we have here should. Should. And should not. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness that things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people are right, wrong, good, bad, true, false, should not. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness that things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people are right, wrong, good, bad, true, false, should not. The inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness that things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people are right, wrong, good, bad, true, false, should not. And we have the confirmation that whether inside ourselves we have this stage, and we use this stage of inner awareness very often. We really often use this stage of inner awareness. And in your opinions, so how many percentage of your time and mind we're going to use this stage of inner awareness? Like there are brother and sister saying that like 90% or 99%. And Thầy Chí Kiên said that it's not only like 99%. So according to you, so either this stage of inner awareness is important for our life. So yes, it's really important because we really need this stage of inner awareness to live this life. And as a normal person, we use this stage of inner awareness when we step out on the street. We got to know what's it right, what's it wrong to do. Therefore, this stage of inner awareness is really, really important to our life. And when we're talking about it, the time and the mind, and when we not yet have the definition, the term about the wisdom, so almost our time we're going to use this stage of inner awareness. And from this stage of inner awareness, it's going to like occurring many like arguments or things arises because of this stage of mind. And if we we continue to use this stage of inner awareness, and this stage is like belong into the duality stage of inner awareness. So this is the inner awareness stage 1. So first of all, we're going to have the definition first, and later on, we understand about the way how we apply this knowledge in our life. And we have the confirmation with each other that each and every one of us, we have this stage of inner awareness. And there is a question that duality, and we just like there are two sides of the things in our life. Like we have white and black. And all of that, it just arises, should not. It's just like males and females. It's just like males and female, and it's coming because of the differentiation of a human being. And then we're going to experience about the natural world or the social world. Because of that duality. And we not yet focusing on the importance of this knowledge, but we know that this exists. And now we're going to move on into the inner awareness stage 2. The inner awareness stage 2. The inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness. The inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. The inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. The inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. The inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. And we have here is 2. Root cause of life begins with oneself. Here we have the root cause root cause. When things happen to us, and it's just like undesirable things happens. We say that, oh, because of this person, because of that person, it's causing these problems. And when undesirable things happen to us, so normally we usually think that, oh, this arises is because of this person, that person. However, when we have this inner awareness that all of the things happen to us, the root cause of life begins within oneself. Begin with oneself. And the things happen is because of ourselves. And we have the inner awareness that everything that happened to us, happened to our lives, is because of the root cause that is begins with ourselves, with ourselves. So there are many discussions going on the main Zoom. That's when we are saying that the flow is coming from us. That is like the inner awareness stage 1. So the root cause of life begins with oneself. That is the inner awareness stage 2. And Thầy Chí Kiên said that when you have the interview, enter into the mentor, we have the test. We have the test with multiple choice questions. So Thầy Chí Kiên said that the human beings, the minds of the human beings is really gorgeous. We not just talking about the wisdom level 1. We are talking about the inner awareness stage 1. We are on the topic, the inner awareness stage 1. And when we said that, the false is because of us, so it means that, we already, right or wrong. So alright, so you are wrong and myself is right, and then just keep going on with that. And if, in our relationships, and we keep on, you are right and I am wrong, and you are wrong and I am right, so it's going on like that. So, and then we just focusing on right or wrong. So whether you are right or am I right? So we just, in the inner awareness stage 1 here. So sometimes, it causes us really headache. And also, regarding to the stage that, we are trying to analyze in this case, like whether who is right, who is wrong, and all of that belonging to the inner awareness stage 1. First of all, we have to understand all of the term regarding to the 5 inner awareness. And after that, we are going to be very clear about which of the inner states that we are in. And then we're going to be, be flexible in, applying the inner awareness that is, appropriate with the circumstances. And that is a term is really great. That is reflection. So when we reflection, so we can see that which of the inner awareness that we are with. So the inner awareness stage 1 is the awareness of things such as things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people are right, wrong, good, bad, true, false, should not. And the inner awareness stage 2 is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. And when there is anything happen, we going to not, say in you are the person who creates this fault, these problems, but rather than we come back to ourselves, and yes, we have the inner awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself, and that is not our fault. And for the things happen, either is aligns with our desire, or is not desire, it go against with our desire. We just simply to have the inner awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself. So we are not going to be go deep in analyzing about the right or wrong and yes, everything, but rather than just simply to coming back and to out with our inner awareness. And when the moment we have the inner awareness that even the things happen to us is desirable or is undesirable, is also coming from ourselves. And then in that moment we are with the inner awareness state 2. It's just simple like that. And here in this context, so we're going to go deep and to help everyone to grasp this definition. And as a human being, we are not, fixed in any stage of inner awareness, but rather than we're going to be flexible among this inner awareness. Before, when we we not yet learn about this knowledge about this term, normally we live mainly most of the time we are with the inner awareness stage 1, yes, now we already know that aside from the inner awareness stage 1, we have the inner awareness stage 2, that is the awareness that the root cause of life begins with oneself, and everything that we have at the moment in our life. So how we be able to understand and accept that all of the things that we are having, even is desirable or undesirable. So what is the root cause of that? And in the mainstream, there are brothers and sisters, they're saying that it's coming from our mental image. And with the general common views that we gonna to say that that is the law of the cultural law, the causality law. That is the law of the cause and the outcome. And then we're going to go to understand about the course of our lives in the perspective of science. So in the perspectives of science, so we're going to know that the root cause of life begins with the mental image that we are having in our mind, that's going to determine about the outcome that we are having at the moment. And regarding to our relationships, so in the perspectives of science is also because it's coming from the root cause of life is begin with the mental image about the relationships that is is decided. And regarding to the finance, if we have the really good mental image about the finance, then we're going to have the good reality about the finance. Therefore, in the perspectives of science, the root cause of life begins with the mental image in our mind. So when anything happened to us, we understand the root cause of life begin with oneself. So we understand that that is the mental image. And regarding to the perspective of the religion, so which of the root cause of life in the perspectives of the religion? So in the Menzo, brother and sister said that it's coming from the inner being, and then it's coming from the total karma. And some other brother and sister saying it's coming from, the heart, coming from the human nature, about the human emotion. And so normally we usually say with each other that it's because of the total karma. When anything happens and then, it's undesirable. So normally we say that, because of the total karma. Yeah. So regarding to the root cause of life in the perspectives of the religion, so which of the root cause of life in the perspectives of the religion? So many brother and sister is coming, that is, begins with oneself. But we have to find out which of, the exact term here. When we are saying that the total karma, that is, the decided elements. Be careful, and then be careful, because if we say so, we already depart the total karma from ourselves. So we can see that it's just like a really like the really sensitive, that we put the fault on our total karma. We put the fault in the total karma. So in that very moment, it's going to be like, it's just like resentment within ourselves, and it's really sensitive. So let us have an inner awareness. So and many brother and sister is said that, because of our fate, our destiny, and then many people say that it's because of your fate, your destiny, and it's just like we say it's because of the total karma. And then if in this case we have the such inner awareness, so we already coming back to the stage of inner awareness, the inner awareness stage 1. So we still not yet elevate into the inner inner awareness state number 2. And then the total karma and is going to lead to the outcomes, because regarding to the total karma, we have the total karmic condition. we have total karmic condition and we have the total karmic outcomes. So it's depending on the stage, our inner stage that's going to be determine that because of the inner stage, it's going to determine about the total karmic condition, the total karmic condition, the total karmic outcome. Which of these total karma is going to be activated? And then we also acquiring about the about the seeds of the total karmic, the total karmic condition, or total karmic condition, or total karmic outcome that decide. And then when we have the inner stage in the negative, it's negative, so it's going to activate the undesirable outcomes. And if we are maintaining regularly on that stage, so we're going to activate the undesirable outcomes. And we also have the different seeds. It's just like the good, bad, and balances. So it's going to lead us into the desirable outcome, undesirable outcome, and not undesirable outcomes. So today, when we are talking about the perspective of the religion, so we understand that that it's become our inner stage, and then our inner stage is have the influence by the mass of the inner energy. And if we have too much negative inner energy, it's going to activate the undesirable outcomes. And if any one of us we have the positive inner energy, is going to help us to live a desirable life, the desirable outcomes. And then when a person really generous, so that person going to become like richer and richer. And then if we cannot accumulate the balanced merit and the good merit. And when we have the bad merit, it's going to help us, with the negative inner energy. So we already learned about the term of the balanced merit that is going to be correspond to the balanced inner energy. The balanced merit that is corresponding to the balanced inner energy, and also regarding to the good merit is correspond to the positive inner energy. When we have the inner awareness that the root cause of life begin with oneself, and then we, in the perspective of the religion, we understand that the root cause of our lives is coming from our inner energy, whether that is negative inner energy, positive inner energies, or balanced inner energy. So in the best perspective of religion, we understand that the root cause of our lives begin with our inner energy that we are having. And we understand that three types of the inner energies, that is negative, positive, or balanced. So we can say that root cause of life begin with, our inner stage in the perspectives of religions. That is okay. That is fine also. But we have to understand the root, the deeper, that is the inner energy that we are having. And we're going to be in part, we're going to be like depart between the ego of ourselves and the total karma. Because normally we say that, because of the total karma, that, leads us to the current outcomes. And there is a sister saying saying that it's going to lead us into the resentment. Then Thầy Kiến said that the inner awareness stage 2 is also help us to be balanced in our inner stage, because we have the balance in our human nature. Because when we begin with the inner awareness, stage 2 is help us to be balanced. In that very moment, if we be able to elevate our inner awareness to the inner awareness stage 2, it help us to be balanced. For example, before maybe you feel really hectic for that things happen, but when we elevate to the inner awareness state 2, it's help us to maintain the balance. So Thầy Kiến said that when we are balanced, so the blood going to be like going into our brain, and it's going to help us to know what's going to do in the next step. And normally we usually say that, we're going to be keep calm when we are angry. How will we be able to do that? We normally say that, keep calm when you're angry. How to do that? Because at that circumstances, we are going with the right or the wrong, and then, we keep in moving on, and it's how can we can keep calm in that circumstances? Yes. So there are brother and sister in the main Zoom. They listen again for the Thầy Kiến. So there is brother and sister. They recording the voice of Thầy Kiến. So please remember this data is belonging to mentor. So we just use to serve for our study, because it's also related into the inner awareness, because we already have the foundation knowledge. And if people they just in the public class, so because when we are in mentor, we're going to go deeper in our inner awareness. So please use this data to use for our individuals only. Yeah. So when we have a conversation with anyone, so we should need to know, so for that person, which of the inner awareness that person are having. And also regarding to the recording, we already have. If we say that we are not we are not allowed to do the recording, so it's not proper. But alright, it's going to serve for our studying. But using in individuals, please. Yeah. So we already going on for the inner awareness state 1 and the inner awareness state 2. When we have the inner awareness that the root cause of life begin with oneself, and it's going to be, it begins with the mentor image in the perspective of science, and with the inner stage in the perspective of religion, or in other words, that is begin with the inner energy that you are having, and then in the perspective of the moral philosophy, the root cause of life begins with the Suk concept. In the perspective of the moral philosophy, the root cause of life begins with the Suk concept that we have. If we have the not good Suk concept, the unbeneficial, we have unbeneficial Suk concept. So when we have the beneficial Suk concept, it's very simple for us to have the good reality regarding to that aspect of life. For example, when we are talking about the inner being, and we have the beneficial Suk concept on the inner being, it helps us to have the good reality on the inner being. And the Suk concept is, is consists of what? Of that which we know, that which we believe, that which we understand. And when we just know, so it's just part of the Suk concept. And when we say a good Suk concept, the beneficial good concept, we are talking about knowing, believing, and understanding. It's have all that three. And then when we learn in this topic about the wisdom, and we have the beneficial Suk concept about wisdom. So Thầy Chí Kiên asked whether it's only the Suk concept or it's beneficial Suk concept. So many brothers and sisters say that it's on the way, coming from the Suk concept into the beneficial Suk concepts. So it's on the process. From the Suk concept into the beneficial Suk concept. And we have a fulfillment stage within ourselves. Therefore, for anything that we just know about that, so it's just it's just our understanding. And if it existed as a concept, so that is just our understanding. It's just like, we have the understanding about the 7 holistic realms, but it still not become our inner awareness about the 7 holistic realms. And then for the next course of understanding the inner being, creating inner peace, we already, like case 14. So we can say that, we already learned for many courses, so it's already, we say that knowing about the knowledge. So it's already just lying on the understanding layer. It's not go into the inner awareness. So we have the understanding between the Suk concepts and the beneficial Suk concepts here. And when we say we have the beneficial Suk concept about anything, we already know it, believing, and understanding about it. And then we also have the understanding, and then we have the comprehending, and we have the thoroughly comprehending. And then you can see that regarding to our course of understanding inner being, creating inner peace, and you can see that is. Thank you so much for our Thầy Toàn, who is the founder of the course. And after that, he already transferred for many brothers and sisters in the community to have the competency to share this knowledge. And then the more we listen to the knowledge, the more we understand about the knowledge. And it's going to help us to reinforce our reality. And we need a process to transfer from our understanding to become our inner awareness. And when we already have the inner awareness, it helps us to, create the reality in our life. And almost the teacher and then the teacher going to transfer for us to transmit for us about the knowledge. However, regarding to our reality, we have to do it by ourselves. And it's not mean that because we already know about this or we already learned about this, but whether it's become our inner awareness already or not. We know it, but it's whether it's become our inner awareness not already or not yet. So if we just understand it a little bit, so it's also it's going to be corresponding to the reality that we are having. And then, for example, when we are learning about love, we understand a little bit about love. So then we have the correspondence to what we are knowing. So we're going to have the knowing, believing, and understanding. And when we are already knowing, believing, and understanding, it helps us to create the reality. For example, when we're talking about our health, we know about our health is really different from we understanding about the health. Em chào cô Linh Lê, em chào cô. And then regarding to the understanding, we also have the understanding, comprehending, and thoroughly comprehending. So when we already have the understanding and then comprehending, we start to be able to help other people. And regarding to the thoroughly or completely comprehending, so we not only understanding about the knowledge, but we also have the reality about that knowledge. So at that time, we say that we already completely comprehending a knowledge. And regarding to the completely or thoroughly comprehending, that is when a person who not only understanding deeply about the knowledge, but also that person have the reality on that knowledge. And here in the courses, the teacher going to have us to have the root, the understanding about the human build, and then we understand about the cause, condition, outcomes, and after that it helps us to be completely thoroughly comprehending about the human view. And in our knowledge, we already know that there is human view, the world view, and the cosmology view. So we're going to have the completely understanding, comprehending about all of that three views. Today we also have the open ceremony for Master Mentor K05. So there is a question. So regarding to the term that is realizations, sudden realization, complete realization. So whether it's have a relation here, and Thầy Kiến said that when a person has a realization, so it's going to have that person to understand. So we also have a minor. We have a minus realization, and we also have the complete realization. And when we have more realization about a thing, so it helps us to more understanding about that things. And then regarding to the enlightenment. So the enlightenment usually we use in the perspective of religion. And when we understand about the human view, about the human life, that is is a little bit different from the completely comprehending about the human lives or the human view. Because when we're talking about when a person who had a thoroughly or completely comprehending about the human life, it means that person not only understand but also have the reality on that knowledge. And when we meet a person and we would like to have the reality of that person, we have to understand and also know how that person be able to attain that reality. And then when a person who have the reality and that person would like to transmit the reality to other people, so that person have to help other people to not only understand but how to be able to create the same reality as that person be able to do. And then when we are saying that a person completely comprehending about a topic or a knowledge, so that person already have like entirely understand every aspect related to that topic, related to that knowledge. So at that time we call that person already have the completely comprehending about that knowledge. And we can hear that when we realize about the cosmology view, it helps us to be simple to completely comprehending about a human view. And Thầy Chí Kiên asked everyone whether you join into the courses of understanding inner being, creating inner peace, and then all of this term already be clarified in the course. So please coming back to learn on the course of understanding inner being, creating inner peace, in order to understand about this term. Because we have a question from brother and sister in the main Zoom regarding to the sudden realization. And in order for us to have the understanding, comprehending, and thoroughly comprehending, so we have to go deep to understand all of these terms. And now we already on the inner awareness step 2. And when a soul concept going to become a beneficial soul concept, it means that we already know, believe, and understand, and also we have the realization about that knowledge. And then thanks to the learning that we are having, that is a process that's going to help us to transmit from the soul concept into the beneficial soul concept within ourselves. And Thầy Kiến said that it's going to become our inner awareness. And then when we learn about imprinting is help us to have that. And before we do the imprinting, we already have the inquiries. And then regarding to my learning, I also, it's just like what you are doing. Yeah. So for the journey of mentor, and we're gonna do learning, and we're gonna to complete all of the requirements as the organizer already shared with us in this journey. And then Thầy Kiến said that there is no AI at the moment, so normally we imprinting with the handwriting. So now Thầy Kiến said that there is a definition about the imprinting by AI. The AI doing that for us. Just joking, yeah. There is no definition regarding to the imprinting with AI, yes. Yeah, just joking, yeah. There's no term imprinting with AI, please. And in our journey, we have the instructions to do the imprinting with writing, so just do that, all right? It means that you can be like tapping the knowledge, or you can write it by your handwriting on your imprinting. And that's going to be like a different layer of understanding. We have like the understanding, comprehending, and completely comprehending. And then when a person understanding about anything, then that person already have the realization about the things. But how about the levels? The levels, like for example, the human life. And then we usually use the term that is understanding the human lives, comprehending human lives, and completely comprehending about human life. And then also, also there is a term that is, when you already not only understanding about a thing, but you have the reality. You have the reality on that knowledge. When we have the realization, we start our understanding. And when we share about anything, and then if we just do in the lesson, so it's just in our understanding. And then when we be able to apply into our lives, it's going to transfer into comprehending. And it's different from one to another. Some people, they start with a believing, and some other they start with a knowing. Regarding to the shouldn't realization. So today we go deep into the understanding, comprehending, and shouldn't realization. For some people, they just have the shouldn't realization, and then they already be able to completely comprehending about that knowledge. And for a person who already have the shouldn't realization, so that person be able to completely comprehending about that. For something that it takes us a long time to understanding about that thing, and this journey, that is the journey is going to help us to have the context in order to have the certain understanding, realization about the human life. And then when we coming back to our normal life, we be able to mastering our inner being. And sometimes we have to experience for many things in order to help us to be in that state. So regarding to the inner awareness state 2, is the awareness that the root cause of life begin with oneself, and we're going to see it in the three perspectives. When we say that the root cause of life begins with oneself, so when we say that, it's not it's not every time that it's going to corresponding to the inner awareness state 2, and because because we're not yet understanding deeply about the term that is the root cause of life begin with oneself. So it's just on the layers of the understanding. But if this term become our inner awareness, even we're not saying anything, but we have the inner awareness that the root cause of life begin with oneself. We already acquiring before, and we understanding about the outcomes, the reality that we are having at the moment. So we gonna to have no resentment to ourselves and to others. And at that very moment, we gonna to have the excuse for other feeling guilty for others people. And we understanding that the root cause of life, the thing happened to us, everything that happened to our lives, that is because of coming within oneself. And then regarding to the true concept, we already acquiring through our many lifetimes. And then we're gonna to focus on what we learn. And then when we are talking about the soul concept, we are talking about the root cause of life in the perspective of the moral philosophy. And then when we are talking about the house, what we know about the house, what we believe about the house, and what we understanding about the house. Because in our life, we can see that for some people, they're gonna to start from knowing, and for some other people, they start from the believing. So Thầy Kiến said that such a really great question here. So we have like three group of people, two group of people. So I have a conclusion for the triangle of reality. That there is a participant. Yeah, we just believing, and then we going to knowing and understanding. And then in our life, we can see that for some time when we know about a thing, and then we believe it, and then after that we know about it and we understand about it. But for some other cases, sometimes we see that people, they are not yet believe, or they not yet know about that, but that person be able to have a strong belief that person be able to do that. So there are two cases. There's no right, there's no wrong here. But if we can be able to just believe, we believe, and then we know, and then we believe. We know, and then we believe. And but if we keep on, we have to understand, and then we believe. So that is belong into the second option. For example, we have a belief that the happiness is really simple to have, and with that belief, it helps us to be really simple to really attain the happiness in our life. And then for some other people, they just say that, oh, how be able to do that? How be able to live happy? And then also for this things is also related to the balanced marriage and the good marriage that we are having. And there is a sister said that when we believe anything, and then we believe anything, and then we go to do that. There is a brother said that before, when I heard about WIT training organization, and I just believe, I have a belief in the organization. That is the reason why I am here and I study this journey. So Thầy Kiến said that let's believe in the transformation of yourself. It's yourself. Instead of believing anything, anyone, let's have a believing in yourself, in the transformation of yourself. There is a sister in the main zone share with us that before, when I like to do anything, I have to be really understand about that things, and then I got to do. So there are many questions today. There are many inquiries today. All right. So please. For example, to get into a new field, for example, when I'm coming here, I know about the new field of inner being. So at the beginning, I do not believe. But when I joined into the class, I joined into the sharing, and are gradually knowing. And when I listening to the sharing from teacher, from thầy cô, I have a question here. So the transformation is coming from the believing to the knowing and the understanding. Is that right? So thầy Kiến said that it's just like a circle. It circulates and it's it's going to be very flexible, and they have the interrelation. If we have a doubt, it's going to it's open. It's going to close our understanding. For example, for me also, when I share this knowledge with you, I also do not force anyone to believe this knowledge. Rather than I believe in the transformation, on your transformation. And when we are journeying in this journey of mental K07 of 11 months, and every morning you waking up and then you learn the knowledge, and you have the environment, you have brother and sister learning together with you, and then I focusing on the transformation of others. So I also have a question. Before when anything happens, so I usually related to my total karma. But today, thank you so much, thầy Kiến, to help me to be able to understand about the root cause. Root cause of life, when I have anything, is not only coming from my total karma, but also we already understand about the root cause of life, begin with the three perspective. And when we understanding about the inner being, and then normally we have a strong belief that is because our total karma. But today, thank you so much, because you already clarify and I deeply understand about the root cause of life. So it's so wonderful. Thank you so much, thầy Kiến. Yeah. So thầy Kiến said that you can see that the doubt exists everywhere. The doubt. So yes. So it is there is a group of people. They are starting to have a belief in the human beings, and then that is really really necessary for the if there is anything for you to believe, so let's believe in the transformation of human being, of people. So we're going to listen to chị Nhát to share for her question. And when I learn this knowledge, I have a feeling. So when learning about the inner awareness stage, I see that this one is intangible values. And when we in the inner stage of balance and positive, it's going to help us to be with the desirable outcomes. And when we are in that inner stage, so our brain going to be open up, and it's help us to be really simple to understand about the knowledge. So I had that feeling, and I had that feeling. So Thầy Chí Kiên said that, oh, that is great, because you already kind of understand about what's happening inside yourselves, inside your inner being. So that is great. So sometimes, we have a feeling that everything is just like closing with us. But then when we know about this knowledge, is our ability to act, to receive things is really simple. Dear teacher, from the time I got into the environment, and I can see that many people, they have the transformations in their life. And for the people that I met, and then it's going to be aligned with what we are believing. And I am a person that's more in believing, and I have the really precious inner awareness. That is not only helping my life, it also is helping the human life. Thank you so much, and I would like to express my honoring and gratitude to the organization and to the knowledge. Yeah, and Thầy Chí Kiên said that thank you so much for Chị to share the lesson with us. Yeah, so today, there are many questions going on. And in our small Zoom, if you have any question, you just be able to raise your hand, and then Thầy Chí Kiên also can connect to our Zoom. Yes, yeah. If you have any question you want to ask, you raise your hand, and then Thầy Chí Kiên also be able to invite our sister in our Zoom to share if you wish. Yeah, I just have sharing that. Yeah, all of the Zoom connected. Yeah. If you have question, you can share with Thầy Chí Kiên. Yeah. So at the moment, so we're coming back to the question that what is your desire? What you want? So Thầy Chí Kiên said, I see that you have many inquiries, but then we're going to be like we redirect our inquiries in order to have the inquiries align with our desire. And before, when I believe anything is coming from our emotion, and then now I found that the belief in here is quite different. So when we open up our heart, our mind to receiving the information, so it's the information, the knowledge that we receive is going to go straight into our cognition, and we're going to be take initiative in believing. To make it simple, so Thầy Chí Kiên said that you just believe in your transformation of your whole life, and then when we already have a strong belief about the transformations of ourselves, it's going to reinforcement every related element. Yeah, and it's going to help us to be simpler. And then regarding to the believing in the information or in the energies or in the materials. So when we believe in anything, so we got to be believe in the mental image that we have. We believe in the soul concepts and also the inner stage that we have. Brother and sister in the main Zoom said that we hear your voice really clearly. Yeah, and thank you so much, brother and sister, to have a lot of inquiries and sharing with us today. And today we go really deep in the inner stage. The inner awareness stage, step 2. And after we already have the definition about all of the inner awareness stage, so we're gonna move on into the wisdom. The inner awareness stage 3 is the stage of inner emptiness. The inner awareness stage 3 is the stage of inner emptiness. The inner stage 3 is the stage of inner emptiness. The inner awareness stage 3 is the stage of inner awareness. So among the 5 inner awareness stage, the inner awareness stage 3 is the stage of inner emptiness. And then when we learn about a reference system, the human energetic structure, we already learned with our teacher Thầy Nhật Anh, and then the inner awareness stage 3 is the stage of inner emptiness. And because here in our sharing, we normally say in about the levels, because it's going to help us just have a differentiate. Maybe this one is higher than another, but here it's not like that. Because we just know that, as a human being, we have the 5 inner awareness stage, and we just have this inner awareness. Because we can see that many people, they have this inner awareness, but they are not aware that they are having this state. Because every day the stage going to be like flexible. It's going to be like sometimes you are in the stage number 1, and another time you are in the inner awareness stage number 2. Yeah, but when as a moment, and then you are in the inner awareness stage number 3, that is the stage of inner emptiness. And if we are not having the definition, so we still not yet know about that. The inner awareness stage 4. The inner awareness stage 4. The inner awareness stage 4. the inner awareness stage 4 is the stage of automatic knowings of the inner being. The inner awareness stage 4 is the stage of automatic knowing of the inner being. The inner awareness stage 4 is the stage of automatic knowing of the inner being. The inner awareness stage 4 is the stage of automatic knowing of the inner being. It's needed in a moment. In a moment, we are not thinking about anything, and then we are in the stage that is very balanced, and then we are on the stage of automatic knowing of the inner being. For example, you are facing with problems, and then you just knowing how to do in that circumstances, and that is also belonging to the inner awareness stage 4. And in your lives, whether you have the experience that's in some moment of your life, and then you just naturally knowing what to do in that circumstances, and then the results is going to have us to stand abreast about the problem that we are having, and whether here in our Zoom, anyone you have kind of that experience in your life. And normally we are not be able to activate this inner awareness stage, but it's going to happen in some specific circumstances, and in that very specific circumstances, it's going to activate this in the inner awareness stage 4. And then today we learn about the different inner awareness stage. And when we move on into the wisdom level, we're going to go deeper to understand about this. And among 5 inner awareness stage. And then we know that we are having this stage. All right. So here is the automatic knowing of the inner being. And we can have an intention in order to activate this inner awareness state. And for example, when a person have a question to us, and then there is a new question or new in spirit, and in that very moment, we just be in this inner awareness stage that help us to be able to have the answer for the question in that case. So normally in our public class of understanding inner beings, creating inner peace, we are not go deep into this stage, the stage of inner awareness. And if we have the proper circumstances, we're going to help people to understand deep about the knowledge of the human life. There is a sister in the main Zoom sharing that regarding to the mentality, when we are in the stage of inner peace, whether it's going to help us in this case or not. And today we are focusing on the difference, the inner awareness stage. So on the coming day, we're going to move on into the wisdom level, and it's going to have you and everyone to understand really deep about this topic. And today we just know and believe, all right? So maybe sometimes you not yet understand, but today we're going to know and believe first. And then let us have a confirmation that we have a belief that all of this, inner awareness states are existing. The inner awareness stage 5, the inner awareness stage 5, the inner awareness stage 5 is the all-encompassing stage of the inner being. So here, number 5, we have that is the all-encompassing encompassing stage of the inner being. And the limitation that we are having normally is because coming from our physical side. And it also have a limitation from our imagination, that is in our mental image. Before, how we be able to imagine about the 7 holistic realms? So before we not be able to imagine that. And then there is a saying that the reality of our lives is cannot go beyond what we hear, what we see, what we talk, what we know. The realities of a person is not going to go beyond what we see, what we hear, what we see, what we talk, what we know. And the inner awareness stage 5 is the all-encompassing stage of the inner being, and then at that stage there is no limitation. And there is people also in this stage. For example, for a person, just sitting right here, right now, but they know what's happening outside there in the world. They be able to see also, the book that they are keeping on the other room. And then this is the inner awareness stage 5. It's different. It's different from the wisdom level 5. And because when we are in this and Thầy share with us about the wisdom level 5, that if we don't have any limitation regarding to the time, regarding to the space. And when the people be able to in this stage, we can say that people is just like the sand. And thank you so much for the wise man, because he already shared with us we have the 5 stages of the inner awareness. And we're going to apply this inner awareness into our lives. And we're going to be like here up to the inner awareness stage 4. And then we're going to go deeper and more understand about this knowledge in the coming days. Maybe in our Zoom there are brother and sister, you already have the experiences of all of this stage. For example, in your dreams, you may be able to traveling to a brand new place, and then at that very moment, the stage is already go beyond about all of the limitation. I take an example for you in these cases, and we will not go, deeper in this state. As a human beings, we know that we have the 5 stages of inner awareness. And then we're going to apply whether the inner awareness stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in appropriate circumstances. And we have to name it, we have to be clarified about the definition about all of these stages of inner awareness. There is a question. When I learn and I know about the total karma, so all of the people coming to me, and I know that because we have a different total karma, it's going to lead us to different condition, to different group of people. And also it's going to lead us into the realities of our lives. And on the journey to coming back to understand about the root cause of life and the differentiations among the ego, and I understand that it's depending on the acquiring throughout many lifetimes. And I also have a feeling that that is like it's just the stage of no shells. There's no shells. So Thầy Kinh said that to be simple, you just knowing that is among the stage of the inner awareness of a human being, because you know that the stage of the inner awareness is also is reflexible. It's also it's circulate. So we will not to attach to any stage of the inner awareness. Rather than we let the stage of inner awareness to be like flexible, and we are the owner, we are the mastery of our own life. And when we see anything as then we are attached, we are attachment to any knowledge, any understanding is also is limits our view, it limits our understanding. And before, when we are not yet learn about this knowledge, normally we are in the mostly in the stage of inner awareness 1. And however, when we learn about the inner awareness stage 3, that is the stage, the awareness of inner emptiness. There is going to be no more the mental image that exists here in this state. And all of the understanding, and we just know that what's happening, and we coming back and we understand that as a human being, we have this 5 stages of inner awareness, and how we be able to apply this knowledge into our life in order to help us to create a desirable life. Instead of we have a question whether this one already be a truth or not. So it's already coming back into the stage of inner awareness 1. Rather than we know that we have all of these 5 stages of inner awareness, and we're going to apply this knowledge into our life and create our desirable life with the desirable outcomes. And today we learned about the 5 stages of inner awareness, and then we have the really important inner awareness about the 5 stages of inner awareness today. And we become more clear about all of these stages of inner awareness. And when any circumstances happen, and we're going to be able to flexible and circulate all of this stage of inner awareness in an appropriate way in order to help us to attain the desirable outcomes. And tomorrow we're going to go deeper and understanding about the wisdom level. And then here we have a key takeaway. That is, we're going to be flexible, and we circulate all of this stage of inner awareness, and there is no higher or lower stage. Rather than we just apply and be flexible in using the stage of inner awareness in an appropriate way. And when our inner stage is negative, so we are not just master our inner being. And then when we be able to be mastery our inner being, we going to be master of our own life. And then now we're going to have a breakout Zoom, and you're going to discuss with each others, in your small house relating to this knowledge. I'm going to open up the Zoom up to 7 a.m. For your discussion in your small group. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much, everyone. And you open your microphone to say goodbye to each other and see all of your brother and sister in your small group now. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much, and see you again tomorrow. And I also take this chance to say thank you so much for all supporting team, for all brother and sister in the small house 339, giving me a chance to do the translation this morning. Yeah, once again you can open the microphone and say good morning with each others. And now it's the discussion time. So maybe chị Thu Hằng, if you Lan Anh, em Lan Anh, or anyone, you will be able to
Hello, cô Annie. Yes, thank you, cô Annie. I'm here, so I'll direct everyone from here. And
yes.
Yeah, so that you can go off to your room.
Yes. I'm going to change my equipment.
Thank you, cô Annie. Thank you so much for your translation.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
So appreciate you being here. Thanks for filling in for me. So it is now time for us to be in our own room. Obviously, I will be here quietly, and this is our special room. This is for you to have it within your. I think if you exit this room and then go into our normal house, I will open it for us. That way, you have it only for yourself. Yeah, only the room for yourself, where you can freely discuss what you want without anyone else being here. And because in there, I know that when we have it's just for our own room. What used to happen when I was in in my own house is there were a lot of tears, there were a lot of sharing, that you are allowed to go that extra step where it's not in the tổ chức and it's not recorded either. So what I'll do is I'll open up the Zoom where we normally have our meetings. Go in there, that way it's like you're in your own breakout room. So what we'll do is we'll close this room, and then everyone can come into our normal 339 Zoom room. Because I think that's what you deserve. You deserve to have your own space where it's not recorded and where you can share. Because I remember on my journey going through Mentor 7, Mentor 4, I didn't really know what gratitude was, truly. And I had a big fight with my sister. And then I still thought I was right until I came to the house and they reminded me. So I was sharing my story and how my sister is like this and my sister's like that. And I was able to really be myself. And that was when, the emotions and the natures came up. And people in the house reminded me, hey, this is what gratitude looks like. And then I had a big transformation, and it transformed my relationship with my sister. So I think you do need a space where you can just freely be. So everyone, I will open up the Zoom. Yeah, you go into the Zoom room. And this one, let me see, Zoom login, will not be recorded. Unless you want to record it yourself. But yeah, thank you, Gemma. Thank you all the supporting teams. If you are supporting another house, you are, welcome to leave now. But I would like to just invite the 339 people into the room so that it's their own room, where they feel like, it's their own space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Bye, everyone. Yeah. Then you do what you like in there. So I've opened it up. The link is there. You just go in. I'm going to go in there now. I won't speak. I'll just be here in case you call on me. I'm just going to be doing my own things.
Yes.
There we are.
Yeah.
So I can see one person in the room. All right, everyone. I will see you in there. I don't think I am the host. So if I leave this room, it won't close. But there. So people are jumping in. Lan An is in there. Thank you, Lan An. I will bye everyone from here.
improved strategies that used to handle my own life and career, strengthened by the compound effect. You'll be able to loosen the mysterious grip of the things that are unwinding your life and pulling you in the wrong direction. You'll be able to hit the pause button before stumbling into idiot territory. You will experience the ease of making decisions that lead to behaviors and habits that support you every time. Your biggest challenge isn't that you've intentionally been making bad choices. Heck, that would be easy to fix. Your biggest challenge is that you've been sleepwalking through your choices. Half the time, you're not even aware you're making them. Our
giờ quên. Tắt luôn cái record.